All right, here we are. We made it to the northern terminus of the Superior Hiking Trail. 310 miles to go to the southern terminus, and the weather's beautiful today. This is going to be a fantastic day for walking.
Yeah, it's well marked.
The first thing they do for you when you get here, give you an amazing view. Spectacular. 70 degrees, light breeze going. Yeah. And so it begins. We had to do a 1 mile hike up to the peak where the trail northern terminus is, and now we're going to walk back to the trailhead where we got dropped off and be breaking new trail from then on. Y'all know I like hiking and stuff like this.
Something that will stay with me. Sky is wrapped in blue. Wish that I could share with you.
This trail that I'm walking through right now, a few weeks ago, the entire thing looked like this. It was just one big bushwhack through here, but some folks came through, trail maintenance crews, and cleaned this up. Huge thank you to that, because that would not be fun to walk through.
You're far, the distance doesn't break your heart. It gives us time to know our love. Grass all wrapped in you. Oh, I wish that I could fly.
It's a little after 2:30 now. We started from the terminus at probably about noon, and it's pretty warm out today. It's over 70 degrees, and so going up and down the hills, it's a little bit warm, starting to sweat. So far the track's been really nice. The trail is very wooded, so we're in the canopy out of the direct sunlight, which I like a lot, and fairly flat with a couple of ups and downs. But just for people who ask this question on a lot of my hikes, the start date that we have is September 9th, 2024. That is the date that we're starting the trail. And I know it's a fantastic question that people ask, because I always wonder the same thing. Because I want to, when I'm looking at a hike to do and I see people's videos, thinking, well, when did you start? Because I want to kind of relate that to when I'd like to start. So September 9th, 2024 is the date. Highest point, found it on day one, 1,829 feet. I know Lake Superior is, like 600 and some feet above sea level, so they can't get us more than 1,200 feet at a crack, which is a really nice feeling.
Sky is wrapped in blue. Wish that I could share with you. Like a photograph when times are good.
Well, we ended up doing a little over 11 miles today, plus an extra mile that we had to do to get to the trailhead. And got into camp around 6 o'clock. It was a decent hike today. Anytime it was up and down, it gave us a little bit of a flat part, so it was tough but doable, and we enjoyed it for sure. And it's starting to cool off now, which is nice. We got to the caribou camp area, and this is really small, and there's 4 of us packed in here. I got to show you guys how packed in this is. I'm just right here, camped on the trail in. Cherry pit's right there, and then 2 other folks are in this little spot there, and that is it. We were able to make it work, and tomorrow we are going to do maybe 17 and a half or so miles. We're staying at a campground, which will be perfect. We were able to book a site there. There were only 2 left, and we got one. And so that'll be nice. We'll have water and place to sit and bathrooms and maybe even a shower, who knows. So I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, and we'll catch you all tomorrow.
I've climbed the mountains in Montana, danced in the lights.
Good morning, and welcome to day 2 on the Superior Hiking Trail. So last night, we had 4 tents jammed in that little tiny spot. And then, when it was starting to get dark, 2 more people showed up. and we were able to jam them in. They were in one tent, and it was pretty. It was crazy. There was no room. Well, then after dark, 2 more people showed up, and they looked around. They're like, there's nothing we can do. There was just no room left, and it wasn't like we didn't want them there, but there were no flat spots to put a tent, and they ended up leaving. It was dark, and it's 3 miles in either direction to the next site, so I have no idea what they did. Check out this view. See the lake in the background there? Kind of have to expect to see a moose down in that meadow. Apparently this is kind of a moosey section we're going through today. So just past that view that I showed you guys with the lake, Cherry Pit saw a bear, and it was just walking. It didn't even see him. I didn't get to see it. It was gone by the time I got there. I was too busy filming. And so we just walked up a little bit farther, and those 2 people that came into camp late last night, they were cowboy camped up on a really nice flat rock overlooking the lake there. It was a beautiful spot. They didn't see the bear, yet it had to be within 50 yards of where they were. That was kind of crazy that they didn't see it and never knew it was there. But yeah, they said that the previous campsite was packed too, and they had to stop somewhere. It was dark, you know. I don't blame them. I know you're not supposed to stealth camp out here, but like, what are they going to do if all the campsites are full? There's literally no place to put a tent. They couldn't even really have cowboy camped in our camp spot. There was no flat room left. So you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, it's time for a little bit of behind the scenes on my hike. I'm going to show you guys how I videotape myself on my little hiking segments. So what I'll do is I'll be walking along and I'll find something that looks like a good spot to put my camera. Let me show you this one. Oh, this looks perfect. So then I would just set my camera up. So now I have my phone and I'm taking video of my camera. I've got it set up, and then I use the viewfinder to make sure it's pointing down the trail. And then I will just hit the record button and walk by it. So then when I get back home, I will edit that scene down to the final version that you guys see, which looks like this. And that's how it works. So it's a little bit of extra work, but I'm doing that for you guys, and also because I really enjoy doing it. I love putting these things together so people can see what we are seeing when we're out on the trail here and kind of experience this adventure from home. So that's just how I do it. When you see these scenes, you can just imagine my camera set up on a log or a rock or a stump somewhere, and me walking by it and then walking back to get it. There's a grouse right up here on the trail.
Fell in love in Minnesota.
The Superior hiking trail is marked by the blue blazes on the trees. So anytime you see one of those in the video, you know that I'm not lost. You don't know that I'm still heading in the right direction, because that's always possible, but you know I'm on the Superior hiking trail still. A lot of this today so far. I'm liking it. That's going to be our lunch spot right there. Had to put the camera away because it got a little rain. And just stopped off for water. We're about 7 miles out from the campground. I just got destroyed by the mosquitoes getting water. So they're still out. They're not terrible, but they were biting me all over when I was filtering my water. So we're going to keep moving.
Heard the sound of subways down the line. Walked the lakesides of Wisconsin. Bathed in springs of Idaho.
We are in Magney, State Park, and we have less than 4 miles to go to camp. I think it's maybe a little before 3, and we're having a great hike today. Had a little road walk back there of about 1.7 miles. It was like some free miles that we got to knock out, and now we're just kind of meandering through the woods along the Brule River. Oop, and almost tripped. And then we should have a big staircase coming up from what we've heard, so that'll be nice. Made it down to the Brule River. That's where we're going. I guess it's nice that there are steps. It just keeps going. I've never seen a false summit on a staircase. We did a little bit over 18 miles today, and I just got into Judge C.R. Magney Campground a little while ago and got a shower, dinner, and it feels great. Let me show you around camp. Got my tent there, cherry pits there, we got a picnic table, and then if we look over here, got my towel and some clothes drying over there. I washed my shirt. That will not be dry by morning, so I'm going to be carrying a wet shirt tomorrow with me. But tomorrow we have a couple of options, a couple of tent sites available along the way, so we're really going to see how we feel. Trying to set ourselves up for going into Grand Marais the next day, and but pretty wide open with what we're going to do. But it is about 6:30-ish right now, and I think I'm going to relax for the evening and call it a night. So see you all in the morning. That's the end of day 2.